Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine, and I hope that you all are studying at home. Be safe and stay home. This year, we are going to follow this book, The Grammatics, Friends Communication, Class 4. In this book, the first lesson is the sentence. Lesson 1, the sentence. I am going to teach you the topic about the sentence. Here I have written one sentence for you. He market goes night in the two. Does it make sense? No. The down I have written one more sentences. He goes to the market in the night. It is clear, it give you a clear sense. He goes to the market in the night. It give you a complete sense. This called the sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Let's see the definition of a sentence. A sentence is a group of words that conveys a complete sense or meaning. What do you mean about conveys? Tells you. A sentence is a group of words that tells you a complete sense or meaning. It tells you about group of words and make sense. There are the characteristics of a sentence. Now you ask me that what is the characteristic? Characteristics are the quality of a sentence. The first one, a sentence must always begin with a capital letter. I repeat, a sentence must always begin with a capital letter. The children are playing in the garden. The first word of the T starts with the capital letter. The second one, the words in a sentence must be in a certain order so as to make complete sense. I repeat, the words in a sentence must be in a certain order. It must be in a certain order. It means just now I have given you one sentence here. He market goes night in the two. And the down I have written what? He goes to the market in the night. It gives you the certain order. And make complete sense. The third one is punctuation. Punctuation marks such as full stop, question mark or exclamation mark must end a sentence. Without punctuation marks, the sentence are meaningless. The next example are number 1. He is a good sportsman. Now you can see that I have written here H with the capital letter. He is a good sportsman. After completing the sentence, he start with the H with the capital letter and ends with a full stop. Second sentence, close the door. It starts with a capital letter C and ends with a full stop. If I will say door the close, it is a correct sentence. It gives you the complete sense. No. So what is the correct sentence? Close the door. The third sentence is, which is your favorite color? Does it give you a complete sense? And it starts with a capital letter, ends with a question mark. How lovely the sunset is. It starts with a capital letter and ends with an exclamation mark. Now tell me, the children, if I will write here, is sunset the lovely how? It give you sense? No. So how lovely the sunset is give you the complete sense. It is a... Now let us begin with the kinds of sentences. Number A, assertive sentence. What do you mean by assertive sentence? The definition of assertive sentence is, it is a sentence that describes an action, fact or happening. It always ends in a full stop. I repeat, it is a sentence that describes an action, fact or happening. It always ends in a full stop. Now we go through some examples. Number 1, he has a good memory. What we read just about, it is a sentence that describes an action, fact or happening. And the first example it has given, he has a good memory. It tells you about the fact. Begins with the capital letter. It ends with a full stop. And it tells you about the fact. The second example is, his sister is a nurse. Now begins with a capital letter and the sentence ends with a full stop. The third sentence is, the sun rises in the east. What the sentence tell you about this sentence? The sun rises in the east. It tell you, the sentence tells you about the fact. It starts with the capital letter and ends with a full stop. It is a simple sentence. The next example is, his brother became a doctor. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. The next example is, this flower is very beautiful. Now these sentences are assertive sentences. Which sentences? Assertive sentences. An assertive sentence expresses a statement to tell a fact. A statement always ends with a full stop. I repeat, a statement always ends with a full stop. Now let's see the second sentence, interrogative sentence. Now, interrogative sentence, what do you mean about this sentence? Or what did you know? What is the meaning of interrogation? You will say that when we ask the question, it is called the interrogative sentence. Yes. It is a simple sentence that asks a question about something. It always ends in a question mark. I repeat. It is a simple sentence that asks a question about something. It always ends in a question mark. Which mark, children? Question mark. When you are writing the question at the end of the sentence, which mark you are putting? Question mark. This mark. So, now we go through some example. The first example is, where do you live? Now what you will see here, the first letter W is the capital letter. At the end of the sentence, which mark it is? Interrogative. Question mark. So this sentence is what? Interrogative sentence. Which sentence is this? Interrogative sentence. Why? Because its question mark is here and the sentence has asked it to be a question. The second example is, what do you want? The beginning of the word W, it starts with the capital letter and ends with a question mark. So which sentence it is? Interrogative sentence. The third example is, who gave you that book? It starts with the W with the capital letter and ends with the question mark. So which sentence is this? This is interrogative sentence, because at the end of the sentence, question mark is there. Number 4. Which of these boys is your brother? I repeat. Which of these boys is your brother? Now start with the capital letter W and it ends with a question mark. These sentences are interrogative sentences. So, these sentences are interrogative sentences. And interrogative sentence asks a question. Every time an interrogative sentence asks a question. The next point is, a question always ends with an interrogation mark. And what is an interrogation mark? Question mark. Next, I repeat, a question always ends with an interrogation mark. The next point is exclamatory sentence. What do you mean by exclamatory sentence? An exclamatory sentence is a simple sentence that is exclaimed to state a sudden feeling or emotion. An exclamatory sentence always ends in an exclamation mark. I repeat, an exclamatory sentence is a simple sentence that is exclaimed to state a certain feeling or emotion. An exclamatory sentence always ends in an exclamation mark. Here we go through some examples. The first example, what a lovely garden it is. Now let's see children here. The first letter I have written with the capital letter. What? A lovely garden it is. And at the end of the sentence, which mark it is? Tell me. Exclamation mark. Correct. The second sentence is, what a beautiful girl she is. It starts with the capital letter W and ends the sentence with this exclamation mark. So the sentence is what? Exclamatory sentence. Now the third sentence is, how well she dances. The first letter written with the capital letter and the end the sentence written with the exclamation mark. So the sentence is exclamatory sentence. Next example is, how sweet the song is. Here again, the first letter it is written with the capital letter and the sentence ends with a exclamation mark. Now you tell me the children that which sentence it is? Exclamatory sentence. Correct. The next example, what a good idea. It starts with the capital letter and ends with an exclamation mark. So this sentence is exclamatory sentence. Now see, these sentences are exclamatory sentence. Now this, what a beautiful girl she is. How well she dances. How sweet the song is. What a good idea. These sentences are exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence expresses a strong feeling. All these sentences are expressing a strong feeling. What a lovely garden it is. It expresses you a strong feeling. What a beautiful girl she is. It expresses you a strong feeling. How well she dances. This sentence also expresses you a strong feeling. How sweet the song is. It expresses you the strong feeling. What a good idea. It expresses you the strong feeling. So these sentences are exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence express a strong feeling. One more thing, an exclamatory sentence always ends with an exclamation mark. Which mark? Exclamation mark. Now come, we go through the next sentence, next kind of sentences. Imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. What do you mean by imperative sentence? It gives you command, a request, or order or proposal. Let us see the definition of imperative sentence. It is a simple sentence that states a command, a request, an advice, or a proposal. It always ends in a full stop. I repeat, it is a simple sentence that states a command, a request, an advice, or a proposal. It always ends in a full stop. Here we go through a sentence. Open the window. The first example I have written for you is open the window. It gives you command. Now here you can see the children that start with the capital letter O, end with a full stop, because it always, imperative sentence always ends with a full stop. So this is what? Imperative sentence. The second one is come here. If I will write here, here come, does it give you the complete sense? No. Come here. It starts with the capital letter, and after the sentence put the full stop. This sentence is which sentence? Imperative sentence, because it gives you order. Come here. The next example is do your work. This sentence is imperative sentence. Now, why it is imperative sentence? Because we have written the first letter do, D, with the capital letter. It ends with a full stop and it gives you order. Do your work. So this sentence is an imperative sentence. Next is please come here. This is also an imperative sentence. It starts with the capital letter, ends with a full stop. It gives you a request. Please come here. The next is tell me the truth. It starts with the capital letter and ends with a full stop. So this sentence is imperative sentence. These sentences are imperative sentences. An imperative sentence expresses an order or request. It gives you command, order or request. An imperative sentence always ends with a full stop. I repeat, an imperative sentence always ends with a full stop. Now let's do some exercise. Read the following sentences and write their kinds. The first example is, she gave me a bunch of keys. I repeat, she gave me a bunch of keys. Which sentence it is? Assertive sentence. Why it is assertive sentence? Because it gives you a complete sense. Now the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So this sentence is an assertive sentence. It gives you a fact. It tells about a fact. The second is, the class is studying grammar. Which sentence it is? Assertive sentence. The assertive sentence, it begins with a capital letter. It ends with a full stop. It tells you about the fact. So this sentence is assertive sentence. The next is, he has lost all his wealth. This sentence also assertive sentence. It starts with the capital letter H. It ends with a full stop. It tells you about the fact. So this sentence is assertive sentence. The next sentence is, have you bought any apples? I repeat, have you bought any apples? Which sentence it is? Interrogative sentence. Now why this sentence is interrogative sentence? It starts with a capital letter H and ends with a question mark. So this sentence is interrogative sentence. The next sentence is he the writer of this book? I repeat, is he the writer of this book? The sentence starts with a capital letter. It ends with a question mark. So what kind of other sentence is? Interrogative sentence. Next sentence is, bring me your book. I repeat, bring me your book. Which sentence it is? Imperative sentence. It always ends with a full stop. It gives you a command or order. Bring me your book. The next sentence is, put the knife down. Which sentence is this? Imperative sentence. Put the knife down. sentence always ends with a full stop. It gives you the order. So this sentence is imperative sentence. The next sentence is, how beautiful the flower is. Which sentence it is? Exclamatory sentence. Why this sentence is exclamatory sentence? The first thing, it starts with the capital letter H and ends with the exclamation mark. So this sentence is exclamatory sentence. The next sentence is, what a strong man he is. I repeat, what a strong man he is. Which mark it is written here? Exclamation mark. So the sentence is exclamatory sentence. Which sentence? Exclamatory sentence.